For British Vogue, I wrote, "This piece is having a boyfriend embarrassing now." I know people have been the headline, they're like, "Nah, nah, nah." But listen, for this piece, I interviewed a bunch of women. I spoke to them about why they hide their partners on social media, or they like post very inconspicuously about them. You know, some people said it was about privacy and this sort of unique, special privacy that you only afford your romantic partner. A lot of people spoke about the evil eye and this idea that, oh, if I post my partner, then people who are jealous of me will somehow, through their terrible vibes, ruin my relationship. Some people said that they felt as if they were scared to post because what happens when someone comes to them as a woman, or what happens when they break up and they have to, you know, delete all the posts. And there's this whole feeling of like shame of having tried and failed to find love. And then there was a really interesting point that came across both people in relationships and single people. And this idea that like being in a relationship with a man and showcasing it to the world in and of itself was an embarrassing thing to do. And that's what I really wanted to get into. There was this idea of there not being a solidarity with other women. There was this idea of like a relationship just by default being something that rendered you quite uncool. I spoke about this podcast I came across where they were talking about, is it lame to have a boyfriend? And they say, you know, when I meet a girl and she has a boyfriend, I automatically just kind of put her in a box or in a category, and I just don't feel as inspired or engaged by her. And then when someone doesn't, I feel like they have so much life and prospect, and they are just entertaining and fun, and I kind of feel empowered by their individualism. But interestingly, the girls talking about this on the podcast, agreeing with this idea that like girls without boyfriends are cool, are also in relationships themselves. And so I was thinking so much about how it is very uncool to be a boyfriend girl. It is very uncool to be a my man person. And I spoke to both just people who are on social, but also content creators and influencers about what happens when they post their partners, right? A lot of them lose a lot of followers, especially if they were already single. And this idea that now you are someone's girlfriend and you're posting about this is something that people automatically disengage from. I do it.
All right, so that's the first part I wanted to show, right? And I wanted to just play like two really quick clips of people reacting to her, and we could just, then we could start, making our arguments or whatever. So this is the first very, very quick one that I wanted to show.
I just want to say thank you to Vogue for confirming what I have been saying for at least the past 6 months. It is so embarrassing to have a boyfriend. It is so embarrassing. What do I look like calling a grown 40-year-old man my boyfriend? Now that is just straight up embarrassing to me. Now,
all right, that was the first one, and this is the second one I wanted to show.
I'm so grateful Shantae Joseph wrote that article about it being embarrassing to have a boyfriend. I feel like it's one of those articles that we get every once in a while that perfectly sums up what everybody else has been fucking thinking. I have been thinking that for a while. I've been in a relationship for the past year. It's not the first thing I tell people about me. Number one, it's not the most interesting thing about me. But number two, it is embarrassing to have a boyfriend no matter which way you slice it. Because on the one hand, historically, men have not earned the title of boyfriend or partner. Not all of them, but unfortunately, the majority have ruined it for the few, to the point where it's like, if you have a boyfriend and he sucks, he's terrible, he treats you poorly, you don't want to be telling people that. Because, like, what does that say about you, you know? Like,
all right, so those were the clips that I wanted to show about this very widely talked about topic. What's your thoughts on this article, for one, and the general sentiment of whether or not it is corny to have a boyfriend or embarrassing? Their term was it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend.
This is so whack, bro. Like, this is so corny, bro. Like, I even hate using the term cringe because younger kids have taken over that word and now say everything is cringe, right? But this is so lame. Like, and of course, is the last chick, the big chick, the freaking whale with the septum piercing. I'm just like septum ring theories at full force. But this is so whack, bro. Like, first and foremost, gentlemen, yo, stay single. Stay
Might as
single.
well.
You got women out there who will date you, who won't show you off. Will go on a date, but take pictures and videos of their food and won't show you.
Yeah.
Will have titties and butt all out on the gram, but won't have a picture of you. You know what I mean? Them chicks like Cardi B who were like, if we ain't got a ring on my finger, then I'm not claiming you on Facebook or social
Right.
media, like all that nonsense, right? Yo, just stay single right now, bro. The dating game is cooked, right? But I think this is so whack. This is dumb. I think that if it was written the other way, is it embarrassing to have a girlfriend, which even sounds stupid either way? I feel like there would be more outroar about this. You know what I mean? Definitely women like, this
of
is just
course.
because you guys are misogynists.
Yeah,
You
of
guys
course.
hate women anyway.
Yeah.
So that's my initial thought, right? I want to unpack that, but
Yeah.
I think this is so stupid.
Yeah, facts.
And we can unpack that, but I want to know,
Right.
like, what was your reaction to this? Because this is so lame, in my opinion, bro. This is lame. Like,
when I see this, and I saw these things on TikTok, the first thing that came to mind was, this is just cope. This is cope for a lot of women. So first of all, women have put themselves in this ridiculous box anyway, to begin with, modern women anyway, to where the standards that they have in the mate are absolutely ridiculous and unattainable. Where it's like, okay, what are the characteristics I'm talking about? He got to be rich, right? Or not rich, but even though they can't quantify rich, they like, he got to pay all the bills, make all the money, give me money when I want to get money, and we can go traveling when I want to go traveling. So they don't say rich, but they say all the characteristics that will equal a man being rich, right? In order to do that, because a regular dude making 80 grand can't do what these chicks be saying that they want. He has to make 800 grand a year and then to be able to do the stuff that they're talking about. So one, you got to be rich. Two, you got to be attractive, right? Regardless of whether or not they're attractive. That dude got to be a 10. He got to be shredded. He got to be 6'5". He got to be Ghost from Power, right? He got to be a gangster outside in the streets, but also command the boardroom, right? He get all the partners involved and all the partners respect him when he's in the meeting with the advertising company that he himself owns and is the chairman of, and he controls everybody. And then he comes home and then he submits to you because, that's what that kind of archetype of a man does, right? He submits to, he's spent the whole day writing poems. He got 7 poems ready to rock for you, and he's gonna rub your feet until you go to sleep and cook dinner for you and clean for you. So you ain't got to do nothing. You can work. You could make all the money you want. You could be a nurse, you could be a doctor, you could be whatever it is you want, influencer, whatever. But you can keep all your money. But he's gonna make sure you got for. He ain't gonna make sure you want for nothing. He gonna fill up your tank. He gonna do all these things that you want him to do. Right. This is the magical fantasy unicorn of a guy that these women have been saying that they want for a very long time, and that crosses all racial lines. Right. Black women say it. White women say it. Asian. They all say that they want this fantasy of a dude that I would argue doesn't even exist. But if he does exist, he don't want your ass, right? So then we go to, now I'm single by choice, right? So now these chicks, because this dude don't exist and or he don't want you single by choice. Are you single by choice though? Because if this dude wanted you, you would jump at the opportunity to get this dude. So you're not single by choice. Just the options that you have available to you, you don't want, because they're not this fantasy unicorn of a man that y'all all thought of collectively on the fucking internet one day. Now, this is the next level of it. The next level is now being in a relationship in and of itself is embarrassing. So this is just another way to make women feel comfortable and not having a guy of their dreams. Because if they had the guy of their dreams, it wouldn't be embarrassing.
Absolutely. And what have we said for the longest time? And it's not our quote, but we quote the Godfather: "If single women keep women single." We've said that all the time. Single women keep women single. Like, some of the worst advice, they give some of the worst advice. I mean, they want them to partake in 304 behavior. They want to destroy their families. They want to destroy their relationships. Like that, they give some of the worst advice, right? And it's crazy how the women who are choosing to like decenter men, all they constantly talk about is men. Yeah. It's like you're trying to decenter men, but all so much of your conversation and your content is about men. How much you hate men, how much you can't stand men, how you're embarrassed by men, how you date crappy men, how men are top. You know what I'm saying? Like, for people who try to decenter men from their lives, so they still talk so much about their men, which is absolutely insane, right? But and this whole notion that, like, there were married women who came out a couple of years ago saying like, "Yo, I don't like to talk about my marriage online because when I do, women are nasty about it. They criticize me. They call me a pick me. They make fun of the fact that I'm in a relationship. They make it seem like I'm in bondage or some kind of slavery." Like, there were married women even said, "We don't even like to give advice because when we try to give y'all advice, y'all bash us once again." So like, it's gotten to a point where like married women don't even want to enter these conversations because like the hyenas, the hive, they come out and they attack them on social media too. So like, even being married and having a husband and talking highly of him and or just admiring him or catering to him is something that is bashed online. So like, bro, like I said, like in Western culture, and let's just speak for America, right? Dating our women, their mentality towards men and relationships, like it's so far gone. And I'm afraid like it's gonna take a couple generations, honestly, which is way too long. But listen, they're so far conditioned and cooked that it's gonna take a while to undo this like what I would call indoctrination, bro. Like, it's becoming so much more common. And I absolutely agree with you. Single by choice. Everything's coming. Everything is evolving. Everything's starting to culminate, and this is what we're getting now. Embarrassed to have a boyfriend, bro.
This is just another thing to make them feel better about themselves for not having the man that they that of their dreams, for not having the 6'5", artistic, emotionally available, rich man that's going to do all this and do all that. The guy that you saw, the a blend, the dude from 50 Shades of Grey, that's just going to be like, okay, I'm this rich man, I'm going to do this next, this and that, I'm going to, have all these sexual fantasies about you and this and that. This is the guy that y'all propped up that doesn't exist, by the way. This is the guy that y'all propped up for all these years. Like, yo, I'm not settling for anything less. So then years go by. Then you're like, oh, you know what? I am single. Yeah, that's true. But I'm single by choice. But you wouldn't be single by choice if this dude came along and you know it. Now this is the next level of it. Now it was single by choice, and I just think every couple of years women will just reframe this into, and these same chicks will get older and older and older, and then they'll hit 60, and then they'll go to fucking Africa and be banging them dudes in Kenya like them older ass white British ladies be doing. Right, they go to Kenya. These the same chicks. Oh, I never needed a man. Then they get like, yeah, you know what? I want to get this itch scratch. They take their ass to Kenya and find some dude. Get him to blow they 26-year-old dude, get him to blow their goddamn back out, and they be like, okay, well, then you try to take him. You ever see, like, you try to bring him back home and be like, okay, cool, I got it now, because you really did want this shit the whole time. Your ass was just stubborn, and then you let all these other women coach you into, y'all let y'all little sewing circles online being like, oh, we don't need no man. Let me say this real quick, because I'm not even make this joint this long. I think we both have the same sentiment on it.
Let me just say this real quick. You're good. This is a good. I'm glad we're talking about this, bro, because like this is like everything that we've talked about for the past 2 years. Like everything is starting to culminate, right? We're starting to see the end result of this. Like, I saw this dude online. He posted this picture. He was like, "Women say men are so easy until it's time to find a husband," and I just laughed. Because I'm like, they say men are so easy until it's time to find a husband. At that point, it's crickets because you can't even find one, right? No. You can find some peen. We said that there's penis in abundance. Everywhere. As a woman, there's nothing to flex about having a lot of peen and being ran through. Like, it is one of the easiest things to get in this life. You know what I mean? Like, it's extremely easy to get peen. So, like, it's true. Like, they can find men to sleep with, but they can't find husbands, right? But if gentlemen, just speaking to the guys now, like, if you're with a woman and she's embarrassed to be in a relationship with you, drop her. Like, know your worth, bro. Like,
what are we even talking about here?
What are we even talking about, bro? Like, you have to know your worth. Like, you are a man who deserves love, respect. You got to earn that respect and that admiration. But when you've built yourself up and you become that man of value and you love yourself, don't ever be with somebody who's embarrassed to be with you, bro. Like that's like the biggest red flag. If she's like hiding you on social media, like, I'm sorry, like those are all red flags for me. Especially if she's posting her ass and her titties all over social media and y'all in a serious committed relationship and she doesn't show you off at all. That's just flags. That just means that she's keeping her options open. Because I'm pretty sure dudes is flooding the DMs. I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean? Like, it's a scam, bro. Like, I feel bad for our younger gentlemen these days.
Yeah, these chicks is clowns, bro. Like, this is absolute clown behavior. And
hey, what do y'all feel about this, man? Y'all think, is it embarrassing to have a boyfriend now? Does that even sound ridiculous? Because to me and Ty, as you can see, it sounds absolutely absurd. And even if it was the other way, flipped it, is it embarrassing to have a girlfriend? I would have the same. Honestly have the same response. Like, why are we stigmatizing relationships? All we have is single mother culture, single parent culture, baby mama and baby daddy culture, divorce rates dropping and plummeting. You know what I mean? Like, just situationships, like rising STDs.
How about this, Joe? Shouldn't it be embarrassing to have anonymous sex or sex for money? Like how is that not not frowned upon? How is that not frowned upon?
Prostituting yourself is not embarrassing. You can be sweetie. You can be going to Dubai in the yachts and just being ran through for money. You can do all these things. That's not embarrassing. But let her claim a boyfriend. Oh, Lord. Oh, damn. She done got into a relationship. I can't mess with. I'm about to unfollow her. I'm about to unsubscribe to her OnlyFans.
She's less interesting now. She's less interesting.
Right. She's less interesting now because she's in a relationship.
Right. So her getting flown out to Dubai and getting pooped on is more interesting. That's the cool thing. That's the thing you should do. Forego a family in a relationship. Go to Dubai and get pooped on. That's cool. Like, that's interesting. Yeah. You'll be the life of the party amongst women. Like, is that, bro? This is
because in everyone's mind, bro, they think that they're gonna be like the Tracy Ellis Rosses. You know what I mean? Like 55, rich, famous, still has an amazing body because she exercises and takes care of her body, no kids, and just out there just running through all these younger dudes because that's all she's doing now. She's
banging
younger dudes who are half her age, right?
But Leonardo DiCaprio, he's disgusting for it. When y'all talk about
he's
him,
disgusting. Yeah,
he's
it's
disgusting
the double,
for it.
bro. It's cope. It is such cope, and they try to
Cope.
shame the things that we do, and then when they flip it and they do it, they praise it, right? But like we said before, women, all y'all ain't rich. All y'all ain't famous. All y'all ain't got a mom who was super famous. All y'all ain't got an ass like Tracy Ellis Ross. All y'all ain't got the body like Tracy Ellis Ross. All y'all ain't got the fame. Like y'all don't have that. But y'all here talking like, yes, girl, like gonna have like she's like a beacon of, you know, and she's just like this great exemplary of a woman. What it means, you know what I mean? Like they praise her, and it's like, but y'all want to be that, but y'all ain't that, and y'all will need somebody to survive and to move on, like most of us do. You know what I mean? Like you need somebody to help build with. But bro, they praise this lifestyle, and it's like modern women, just Western modern women, American women. They're taking it to the extreme, bro, and this is it now. Like we're seeing it culminate. I'm telling you, we're reaching that point, bro, where it's about to tip, and we'll see what happens when it tips.
Listen, let us know what y'all think. Family is having a boyfriend embarrassing. Please let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.
Until next time.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?